Hey guys, this is a brand new YouTube channel that I just opened today, and it's about baseball. Our name is the father and the son of baseball, and we're gonna be talking about the MLB 16 the season, and we're just gonna be talking about baseball. And before we get into the gist of this video, we're gonna talk about how much we love baseball and what we do, like what we I don't know. Like
the reason we're here.
Yeah, the reason we're here.
Yeah, as you can tell, he's wearing a Braves shirt with an Orioles hat. I'm wearing a Rays hat with a Phillies shirt. Our favorite teams are the Rays and the Braves. But at the end of it, we're both just lovers of baseball.
Yes.
And we just want to share that love of baseball with you guys, I enjoy baseball with my son, and my daughter now is playing softball as well. So it's just, as a family, baseball and softball mean a lot to us. And during this channel, we just want to have a little bit of fun, sharing our views of MLB baseball and what the season is going to bring, right?
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit of fantasy baseball as well. But at the end of the day, it's just about how much we love baseball, and hopefully you can see our love of baseball through these videos.
So, let's talk about the first game in opening night, the rematch of the World Series. So let's talk about that.
Isn't that a great way of opening a season?
Whew, that's a great way. Well, the Royals had an awesome season last year.
They surprised a lot of people. And that's one of the things, to me, that's one of the things, we both love the Rays, but that's one of the things that I really appreciated about last season, is the fact that, what they call one of those small market teams was able to make a run for the World Series and actually win it, and it was...
The Mets came out of nowhere, like...
That too. They have great pitching.
Yes.
But
they just added Yoenis Cespedes to their roster.
Correct.
They're stacked.
But I think that made the absolute difference for them.
Yeah.
That trade for Yoenis Cespedes in the middle of the season, to me, was the difference maker for the team. It gave them a spark plug that propelled them to the end, to the end, all the way down to the World Series.
That's all they needed. Like, they had the players, but they just needed one stud player that could take it all the way.
Yeah, it was impressive. And looking at the Royals, they have a core of greedy, players that are unselfish and give it all for the team, and I love that about
I'm just gonna say a few:
team.
Eric Hosmer, Lorenzo Cain, Alex Gordon, and a lot more.
And their catcher is my favorite player.
Yeah.
Salvador Perez. Oh my goodness, Salvador Perez. It's my type of player.
Yeah.
That guy is just phenomenal. The grit that he brings to the baseball field, and I think that shows. And he's a key presence in their dugout. In their clubhouse.
He brings everyone up.
Absolutely. And now let me ask you, what teams do you think are gonna make a deep run this season?
I'm gonna say the Astros. They have awesome young talent. Carlos Correa having a full season this season. He only got 1/3 of the season last season.
No, it was a little longer. He ended up being the rookie of the year.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be inserted.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the true leader of he's earned the spot of being the true leader of the team.
And the Astros made a pretty big run last year. They were surprising. They hit bombs, but they also struck out a lot. So, what I think it's gonna make a difference maker, having Carlos Correa, Jose Altuve, George Springer, and Evan Gattis.
Well, and you haven't even mentioned their pitching staff.
Yeah, they have
their pitching staff is tremendous.
Dallas Keuchel is an awesome starting pitcher.
I think they're poised for a deep run. I agree with you. I also, on the American League,
I also did.
I think the Blue Jays,
Yeah.
my again, last year
Last year, yeah.
they had a great year, but I think they might put it together again this year. The Orioles made big improvements last
Yeah.
year, and it's possible that this year they might make another
I think the
or a better
Boston Red Sox are going to make a big. This is going to be a big season for the Boston Red Sox because they just got David Price, which is an awesome pitcher.
Yeah.
Also, the Yankees, I think they're going to make a huge run, but I hate the Yankees. But
I
they
hate
just got
the Yankees.
they just got Aroldis Chapman, which he throws really hard.
Yeah.
So I don't
They
know.
made some improvements. I going back to the Red Sox. I disagree with you a little bit on the Red Sox. I think they are not together. They have a lot of
Talent.
good pieces, but I don't think they have been able to fit it as a team just yet.
And
For instance, Pablo Sandoval, Big Panda, who they signed, a year ago
they're not
for a
putting him
lot
for
of money.
starter.
He's not going to be
Yeah,
a starter,
starter this season.
and we wonder. You have to wonder how is that going to impact the actual play on the field. How is that going to impact the way that people interact with each other in the clubhouse?
If they lose the opening day game, then they have a long run to get back to the top of where they want to be.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be. I mean, if as soon the thing is, as soon as the new third baseman makes an error, as soon as the new
Exactly.
third baseman goes 0 for 4 or 0 for 3, with 2 strikeouts or 3 strikeouts, in a game, noise is gonna come in the dugout. Noise is gonna come from the clubhouse, and you wonder how's that's gonna affect the chemistry of the team.
Also-
So I mean, and I love David Price. David Price. I mean, coming from the Rays. He's a great pitcher, left-handed, which we both are, and we really like David Price. But he's had questions, coming playoff time, come playoff time. So he hasn't been able to produce come playoff time. So those are questions that remain, for the Red
Also,
Sox.
they're losing their power hitter next season. Big Poppy. This is his last season before he retires.
Yeah.
But he is the difference maker for the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Also, Dustin Pedroia, awesome second
Oh,
baseman.
I love
He's a
Dustin
stud,
Pedroia.
you know.
Yeah, I love Dustin Pedroia. Now on the National League, who do you think are going to make deep runs and big impacts on the race? I mean on the race, I should say. And actually, mentioning the Rays, I think the Rays are going to have a solid but unspectacular season.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good
Young
young
talent.
talent, but again, emphasis on young. I think it's going to take some time. I think they're going to have a good season, but it's going to be unspectacular. But again, and not having Joe Madden, as our coach. You broke my heart when you went to Chicago Cubs. But going back to the National League, so who do you think is going to make a deep impact? Deep run on the National League.
That's it.
How about the Cubs?
That's what I was thinking. They have some pretty big stuff. They made a run last year that was really deep. They almost made it, but they have Chris Bryant, which is a total beast. When he's on fire, he's a beast.
He's a little bit of hot and cold, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
all or nothing, I guess.
They also have John Lester, and they have what's his name?
Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, great. I think for my money, if I had to put some money on anybody, I think the Cubs have a great chance of making it all the way to the World Series. I mean, on paper and on the field, what they've been able to accomplish. I mean, spring training has been phenomenal for them. And I think again, Joe Maddon has made a deep impact on that team and how it works and how they feel about each other, and in using young talent like Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, and making them play as if they were seasoned pros. Which is a great accomplishment.
They also have some pretty young talent too. their pitching staff is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They have a pretty
Jake
decent,
Arrieta. I mean,
yeah.
come on.
They have a pretty decent outfield.
Mm-hmm. I think they're poised for.
Mm-hmm.
They might. I think this is the year that they go all the way to the World Series. I also, for instance, staying in the National League, the Dodgers,
Yeah.
have a lot of good players, a lot of talent. I'll be interested in seeing how they react to having a new manager, and how that's going to affect the team. I suspect that they might, react and do better. What do you think?
I think the same thing. And let's talk about awards for this season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see who's gonna be the world champion,
Wow.
the MVP,
Mm-hmm.
the rookie of the year.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. Well,
I think for MVP this year, I think Carlos Correa is gonna get it.
I think in the American League for sure. I think Carlos Correa is going to be the American League MVP,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt. I mean, I mean,
He's
and
awesome
that's saying a lot.
shortstop,
He's
yeah.
he's a second year player.
Mm-hmm.
You have Mike Trout, on
Yeah.
the Angels, which is the absolute, to me, pound for pound,
Yeah.
the best player,
Yeah, exactly.
right now. However, Carlos Correa is gonna.
It's good.
I think
right there,
it's right there,
Yeah.
and that's amazing to say, considering he's just a second year player. On the National League, I think, I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But for instance, on the National League, the MVP to me is gonna go again to Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, and we forgot to, we didn't mention them when we were talking about the National League, but I think that this year, it's going to be between the Chicago Cubs and the Nationals. When it comes to who's going to make a deep run, who's going to make it to the World Series, and I think Bryce Harper is going to be the top reason why they make it over there.
I disagree with you. You know what I think? I think the Cubs are gonna make it all the way, but I also think that the Royals are gonna make it all the way again.
Oh wow! But remember the Royals, wow, that's good. I mean, that's good. That's good. But the Royals remember the Royals are in the American League, so we're talking about the National League right now. So it's so now that you say that, so who's gonna be? So for you, the World Series, it's gonna be the Royals versus the Cubs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be for you. Wow. I think it's gonna be the Cubs, and if not, it's gonna be the Nationals. But I think it's gonna be the Cubs versus the Astros. That's who I think is gonna be the.
Could go like that. Could go.
Yeah, I mean, and again, we're just having fun predicting the future.
Exactly. Yeah.
We may look very foolish, if we watch this video again in come October time, but. Anyways, I think we've had a lot of fun talking, with you guys about baseball, and we're gonna be doing this on a weekly basis and uploading new videos. I hope you have a good, hope you enjoy our talks and post your comments. Let us know how you think, and I hope you enjoy, our love of baseball, here that we have.
Tomorrow. In next episode, we're gonna make sure we fit in fantasy baseball. We forgot fantasy baseball a little bit, but we're gonna talk about the top prospects for the MLB 16 this season.
Sure.
So.
And we're gonna review the action of the first week.
Exactly. So that we're gonna review the wins, losses, and who's
and see
up,
see what players have actually done well.
Yeah.
First round pick, Carlos Correa. That should be your number one. I mean, your number one pick all overall.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
That's an obvious pick.
Anyways, guys, this has been so much fun. I hope you come back and take a look at our videos, and I hope you share our
show
love.
This to our friend.
Yeah.
Show this to your friends. Make them subscribe to our channel. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be a really fun.
Yeah,
channel.
we just want to have baseball chats with you guys. And
Exactly.
I love my son, and I love baseball.
I'll see you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.